Hey folks, Brett Hudson here, coming to you live from beautiful South Florida. And today is going to be a new rep training. So I'm actually going to take a new person that just joined us, and I'm going to take him through the back office and kind of really show you what you guys need to do to manage your business. So hold on, let me make sure you can see my good friend here. Hold on. Just waiting for DeCourcy Williams here to start his video, and we'll get this show rocking and rolling. There he is. What's shaking, my friend?
Hey, how are you?
Awesome, awesome. So I'm going to use this recording. I'm going to record this, DeCourcy, so that I'm going to kind of use it as a new rep training for everybody that comes on board. This way, I don't really have to do this again. So I'll do it this one time, and we'll use this kind of recording as a training tool. So the first thing, I'm going to log in. I just want you to watch my screen. I'm going to log into your account and kind of show you what I'm going to do, and then you'll be able to log into your account and see what I did. So every time you log into your account, it's always going to ask you to agree. It drops down like the policies and procedures. You just hit agree. It's every time you log in.
Okay.
So the first thing, I kind of just want to talk about the dashboard. So this is the first thing you see when you log in. Over here on the left-hand side, you should see the level at which you joined. It's either going to state customer, if it's a customer. If you're a rep, it'll say estate, reserve, or grand crew, depending on which level you came in at. You can always upgrade at any time. You have a coded website. So you have wineambassador.com / a 6-digit number. So when you join, everybody receives a 6-digit hard-coded number. So you can always use this website. What I suggest is you actually have two websites right now. So the first thing I teach is you go into this gold button here. It says Edit Profile. And the first thing you want to do is you want to name your website. So I don't know if you put any thought to this, but right here where it says Website Links, you'll see it usually uses your last name. That's the default.
Okay.
If the name is available that you want to use, you just click on this little pencil here. You have an idea, DeCourcy?
Wow, yeah, I hadn't even thought about it yet. So.
Well, I'm just going to use an example, and then I'll put it back the way it was. But let's say I don't know. Let's say DeCourcy had a username that he liked a lot, and let's just say it was Rockstar, and he could type in Rockstar, and if it's available, he can just hit save, and then from then on out, his website would be wineambassador.com / Rockstar. Once you start giving that URL out, I highly discourage changing it, because if you change it again, all those URLs that you gave out won't work anymore if it was Rockstar and you changed it to like Superstar. But the hard-coded number will always work. So what I like to do is I like to buy a domain out there. So, you could go to GoDaddy and you can buy like DeCourcyWineClub.com. And you could point that to this long URL, right? So that you don't have to, when you're sending somebody your website, you don't necessarily have to say, go to wineambassador.com. You might have forgotten your 6-digit number. Or you could say, go to wineambassador.com / Rockstar. Or you could say, go to DeCourcyWineClub.com, which is, to me, it's going to be a lot easier to remember. It's a simple URL. You don't have to do that, but just a suggestion. So first and foremost, make sure you set up your website. The next thing is make sure all your information is relevant. Your email is correct, your phone numbers. I'm not going to go too much because I know we don't store credit card information, so you're not going to see your information here. But make sure your billing address is correct. And your account history is going to show you you know, this is going to show you like orders placed and things of that nature when the order actually ships. Your earnings, you'll be able to go in here and see, you know, we break this out as well. This is your earnings that went from your wallet to iPayout. We use a third-party payout wallet, which is iPayout, and I'll go through that in a minute. But let's go back to this dashboard. So this is your, you know, right next to the logo is this, I call it the hamburger, these 3 lines, and that gives you your site map, right? And we're going to go through each one of these. But right now we're focused on the home. And you'll notice right here, this is so we checked out that we came in at the right level. We named our website. We see that our renewal date will be 4/4/2020, a year from now. Remember, when you joined, you paid a $50 annual fee. So next year at this time, it'll charge the $50 again. Your location, you're in Virginia. Man, I know you must be super excited, brother. The Virginia won last night. What a game! Holy cow, it
was a great game.
It was a great game. Okay, and so customer support. Let's say there's an issue. I always encourage you to go to customer support first. You know, you can click on that. We use Zendesk. There's a lot of FAQs in here that have been, you know, populated over the last few months, popular questions that are being asked. So make sure before you kind of create a ticket, make sure, you know, if there's anything in here that's been answered, look at that first. If it's not in here, obviously you can create a ticket on our system. You just go in here and, you know, you'll just create a ticket in here. Let me move your, right here. It says submit a request, right? So you can submit a request right there. All right, so that's customer support. We also have a phone number for customer support and an email, and I'll go into that as well in a second here. You refer 3 and you get your wine free. So as you bring on a customer, not a rep, your first 3 customers count towards your free wine the following month, right? So every time you bring on a customer, this little silhouette will turn green. And if you have 3 greens in any given month, the following month your wine is free. So the idea would be to keep it green. As long as those 3 customers stay active, then every month it should be green for you and you can just keep receiving your free wine. If it turns a silhouette again, you need to replace a customer. You might have customers that upgrade to become a rep, which is great, but then you got to replace your customers, right, to get your free wine.
Okay.
Our work week is Thursday to Wednesday at midnight. So what I like, and we pay weekly, so I like to look at Thursday as our Monday. And every Monday, every Thursday, I'm going to look in my home page, and I'm going to look to see where my volume is. Because remember, one of the ways to get paid is on the binary. We only pay on the week leg, but you need to get binary qualified first. And what that means is you need a rep on the left, and you need a rep on the right. And a rep is somebody that came in at the 300, 600, or 1200, not a customer. You need one on the left and one on the right to get binary qualified. Once you're binary qualified, you earn every week, based on your rank in the company, you earn a percentage of this volume, but on the weak side. So for instance, if we were going to pay out on this volume today on you, what would you earn?
0.
Right, because there's nothing over here. Let's say DeCourcy was binary qualified. You woke up Thursday morning. What leg would you? What side of the binary would you lock your leg to start building?
The left.
Correct. So again, going back to your work week, if Thursday is your Monday, I want you to log into your office every Thursday or every day. It's probably the best idea, and see what side needs to be building. So as you're recruiting customers and reps, you either want to put them on your left leg or your right leg, depending on the weak side of the volume. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. Now I'm going to go into that because this is our comp plan. This is, I call it a snapshot because it's kind of like a napkin presentation. It's, you know, it's the Cliff Note version, right? And so again, there's 2 ways to get started when you join the company. You can come in as a customer. Customers automatically drop into the binary, which is great because let's say somebody says, hey, I can't afford to come in at this level right now, but I understand I want to get positioned. I would say, great, at least come in as a customer. That way you can, you know, because I know for a fact if they try the wine, they try these wines, as a customer, it's going to be a lot easier to get them to upgrade to be a rep because we don't sell. Our whole model is share. So if they're tasting amazing wines, it's like seeing a great movie. You know, I saw, you know, a couple of great movies, you know, in the last few weeks. And you know, what did I do? I recommended them to people I was out there. So same thing with the wine. Have no problem bringing somebody in as a customer because I love to call them 30 days out and say, you know, DeCourcy, what do you think about the wines? And 99% of the time, the number one word I hear is they're delicious. And as soon as they say delicious or whatever positive word they say, I say, DeCourcy, you know, our business works like this. If you obviously agreed how delicious they are, it would be unfair for you not to share those wines with people you love and care about, right? That would be unfair. You just keep it to yourself, right? It's like a great movie or a book. I'm not going to tell anybody about it. No, you're going to tell everybody about it. Okay, so our vision, Wine Ambassador's vision, is to become the #1 wine club in the world through word of mouth marketing. And we're going to do that by sharing the stories of our experience of the wines through people that we care about, our friends, family, and colleagues. I mean, it's that simple. So again, they could come in as a customer for the $79.95. I like to use this. Everybody gets a free website. So my kind of hook is I'll say, hey, if you come in today, you'll get a free website as a customer. They get a free website anyways. But I like to use that as a tool to kind of push them over the fence, right? Now, what's the value of a free website as a customer? Well, you don't pay hosting fees. It's a beautifully designed site. And if I refer anybody to my free website that joined the club, when I get those 3 customers, as a customer, I can't earn money as a customer, but I can earn free wine. And I promise you, when I share this with women, specifically women, especially women, and I say, before I even tell them, when I say you could get a hold of these amazing wines if you know 3 people that would love to join the club, as soon as I don't even finish talking, she's like, Brett, my sister Sally, my Aunt Betty, and my mom are all in. Because she knows, she already knows 3 people, her best friend, her aunt, and her mom. They all love wine. She knows they love wine. Why wouldn't they join a club that she knows is amazing? She's going to tell them. And now she's going to get her wines for free. And, you know, so I like to use that free website as kind of like the push and timing and positioning, because we're a new wine club. And because we're a multi-level marketing club, it's always good to get yourself positioned at the top, right? We're less than 500 people in our company, less than 500. I mean, this is an incredible opportunity for people that get it, especially seasoned marketers that have been in network marketing before. You know, some people sit on the sidelines. That's okay. But why sit on the sidelines? Why not just be a customer and receive the wines and know when you know the product is amazing? Network marketing is just about sharing. Super simple.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Now, the 3 ways to join us as a rep is, again, the $50 enrollment fee, which is annual. We covered that. That's your back office, your websites, genealogy, all that good stuff. But what you do is you're going to pick a wine kit, okay? Either a 300, a 600, or 1200. Get with your upline. Each one has its own nuance. I'm just going to go through this kind of quickly. You know, 5 ways to get paid. You can earn free wine, okay? You can unlock the coded bonus, meaning after your first 3 customers, remember those silhouettes, once all 3 are green, starting your 4th customer, if you've unlocked the coded bonus, meaning you got 3 customers and 3 reps, you can do that in any given time frame. But as long as you have 3 reps and 3 customers, you're what's called a 3-star ambassador. That's our first pinnacle rank. And so every customer starting on your 4th, on that $79.95, you're going to earn $20 fast cash and $10 a month as long as they stay active. I have people making a full-time income just on this one component. You know what I mean? And there's 3 other ways to get paid. The next way to get paid is 50% of the starter kit. So depending on how the person comes in on your team, you're going to get 50% of the 300, 600, or 1200, which is amazing. The binary, we were talking about when you get a person on your left and a person on your right, you're what's called binary qualified. It starts off at 6%, okay? and it goes as high as 22%, depending on your rank. So remember, every week, the system's going to look at your volume. At Wednesday at midnight, it's going to say, which side should I pay DeCourcy on? Of course, it's going to be on the weak side. And depending on DeCourcy's rank, let's say he was at the 3-star ambassador, he would get paid 8%. So let's say he had 1,000 in volume on one side, and he actually had it balanced, and he had 1,000 on the other. He's going to get paid 8%, or $80, okay, for the week. All right, and if his volume's like that every week, that's what, 80 times 4, that's $320 just on the binary pay. Okay, and what I like about helping people earn in the binary is this last component, because this is awesome. Now, it's only one level, but DeCourcy, everybody that you personally recruit into this business, you now have a vested interest in helping. Why? Because if you help Sally earn $1,000 in the binary for the month, remember, I just showed you how, like, if you earned that 8% on 1,000, it was $80. 80 times 4 weeks, that's $320. If you help Sally earn $320 that month, what do you earn? You earn 50% of her check. So imagine helping Sally earn $1,000 for the month in the binary. You just earned $500. Imagine 5 people on your team. You helped all 5 earn $1,000 that month. 500 times 5, you earn $2,500 for that week. Yeah. Okay. This is big money, folks. When you help your people grow in this business, I love it, because leaders now create leaders. Diamonds sharpen diamonds, blades sharpen blades. You now have a vested interest in helping your people succeed. Why? Their success is your success, my friend. I love that part of the comp plan. So I'm not going to go any more in that, because this is really a quick training, kind of going through your dashboard here. Your wallet is going to show you what you were paid last month, last week, what your group volume was total. It's going to show you your binary commissions, your 20 and 10 commissions, when you unlock that coded bonus. It's going to show you your check match money. So look, all this stuff is in real time. You have live links here. If you want to get a cool PDF on our corporate overview, this is 26 pages, a professionally done PowerPoint that you could send to people. You just copy this link up here and you send the PDF to people, right? You don't do the selling, my friend. If you have to explain it, it's not duplicatable. If you have to explain it, it's not duplicatable. Folks, if you're not using our 2 #1 tools for this business, that's wineambassadorwebinar.com, wineambassadorwebinar.com, and the wine call, thewinecall.com. Those 2 tools, all you have to do is send people to a presentation, let them make an informed decision on what they heard or watch, okay? And then your job is just to get them on the phone with your upline after they've gone through one of those 2, hopefully both of those presentations, because you get them on the phone with me, or you get them on the phone with DeCourcy once I get him trained, don't overthink it, just drink it. All right? Because this thing's super simple. Super simple. It doesn't get any easier than wine, folks. The Grand Cru, the Wine Tasting 101, go through these links. The March tasting notes, we'll have the April tasting notes in here shortly. This is very important. Make sure you don't see it red right here. But had this been red, I would have said, DeCourcy, your smart ship is not on. The reason we call it a smart ship, remember that volume over here, that hold? This volume holds. It doesn't flush. We hold the volume in the binary, okay? But if you turn your smart ship off, or your credit card doesn't go through, or you turn it off one month and forget to turn it back on, or you have an expired credit card, fair warning, it's called a smart ship. If we're not able to build the card, all that volume flushes to 0. So be smart and keep it on. It's kind of like one of our built-in kind of like reasons to keep your business active, right? Because think about it. If everybody is getting their wine every month, what does that ensure? You're getting a check every month. No pyramid Ponzi here, folks. This is a real product that moves consistently every month, month in, month out. When it's only 4 bottles, and they only have to consume one a week, nobody's sitting on inventory. People are consuming the inventory. If anything, they're buying more inventory in their back office because they're not having enough wine, which I love. So make sure this is always not red. Your tasting notes for that month will be here or here. All right. Make sure you're part of our Facebook. We have an official Facebook group. I know I added you to Corsi. You get a lot of love and welcoming in this group, but more importantly, this is where the glue is. This is where announcements are made. This is where you're going to be able to talk to like-minded people. This is where you can get answers or questions answered that might not be available right away. We just announced our global partnership on last night's call with Wine to Water. A great announcement. Make sure you check out, there's a link in here that takes you to, kind of like how we do our tasting notes, but this shows you a really cool interactive information on this partnership. And Lou did a cool video here, but I posted that video here, but you could use that video over here. You could share that with people so that people can see we're not just a wine club. We're a wine club with a heart, okay? A wine club with a heart, because that 4 bottles, $1 off of each bottle. So imagine your 4-bottle shipment, $4 is going to this organization. And I believe every dollar gives the person enough water for 1 year. So that 4 bottles, you just gave somebody enough water, 4 people enough water for a year. Amazing.
Mm.
So cool. I love having a heart behind our company. We're not just a wine club now. We have a
big
philanthropy cause behind us. Yes, it is big. Over here, this is your task manager. Like, let's say you had to follow up with 3 people today. As you're talking to people, you could create this task. So it creates a calendar, task calendar for you, so you know what what's going on. Up here is a rotating banner. Okay, so every Saturday I do a training. If you guys aren't on my trainings, holy cow! Matter of fact, in the Wine Ambassador group, over here is a search bar. If you just type in training, DeCourcy, I highly recommend going back through, because you just came on board, but I have tons and tons of training that I do every Saturday, no more than 30 minutes, but how to build Wine Ambassador online or offline, okay? The more specific you are in the search, what I mean is, like, let's say you wanted lead training. It's going to pull up, I always tag the training, so there you go. Here's some training on how to generate leads. I did an amazing training this past weekend. Holy cow. If you guys didn't watch my training last Saturday, holy cow. Man, I talk about how to use Facebook groups, but go back here and you'll see that. There he is, the man of the hour, brother. But go back and watch this training right here. This is talking about how to prospect using Facebook groups, how to blog, how to reach out to bloggers and show them how to incorporate wine into what they're already doing, which is blogging. Great training. So every Saturday I do a training. So make sure that's Saturday at 11. Folks, you don't have to, I teach you how to build this business. Okay. So, sit back, eat some popcorn. Knowledge is power. No, knowledge and action is power. So take what I teach you on Saturdays and apply it over the weekend going into your work week. And guess what? If you do daily actions and you don't get tied to the results, those action steps over time will produce the results, folks. So just get tied to the actions, not the results. Results come over time. But you see these little radio buttons here. One of these, so you register. If you haven't watched our webinar, if you guys haven't gone through the Wine Ambassador webinar that I'm telling you to send people to watch, you're missing the boat. Because why would you send people to a tool that you haven't even been through yourself? So my hopes for you is you go through this. So just click on the register. You can watch the replay. Listen, if you haven't watched this since, let's say 2 weeks ago, I redid this webinar. So it's brand new. So make sure you go through this. It's 30 minutes. This way you can feel comfortable sending people to that. So that's the first banner. The second banner is, let's see here, is the refer 3, get your wine free. All right. No reason to have an $80 overhead. You might as well offset your overhead by getting yourself 3 customers. Make sure you plug into our Monday night calls, folks. This is where, last night's call was amazing. This is where you can plug your prospects into a Monday night opportunity call and let us do all the selling and telling. Go to Wine Ambassador Print Shop. We have a third-party relationship with Vistaprint. If you go here, you have to register. Once you're registered, you'll be able to log in. And in here, you can order business cards, door magnets, banners, anything Vistaprint already has our logo on it. We have 2 caliber types of business cards, postcards, when you're doing wine events. If you want to be a little VIP, you can do this a professional invite and mail out postcards and really do this professionally, okay? I like to set up a professional event, and if you're new, you want to set up your first wine social event in your first 30 days, okay? So get with your upline. I know DeCourcy and I know your wine's on the way. It probably shipped out yesterday or today, so you can log into here and you can see when the tracking link goes out. You can time when your wine's coming. Okay. So this is April 9th. So if you guys are just joining, my suggestion would be, look, your wine's going to usually get you about, if you joined, let's say at the beginning of the month, you're going to get your wine any week. So you might want to plan an event either towards the end of the month. I don't know when Easter's coming up, so so you might want to tie it towards the end of the month or the first or couple weeks into May if you're new, okay? This way it gives you time to invite people. Look, you invite 5 people, the number one question they're going to ask you is, can I bring a guest? So no, not 5 just turned into 10. 10 to 12 people, you need that $300 package, that first wine package, which was a case of wine. You need a case of wine. That's why the 300 is kind of like our staple package that most people come in at, because inviting 5, they bring a guest, that's 10 to 12 people, you need a case of wine. So this thing's so duplicatable. So set up your account with the Wine Ambassador Print Shop. The next banner, make sure you're on the Saturday trainings at 11 Eastern. And then the last one is we've got a marketing system, okay? I had this built for the company. I use a system. I let the system do the heavy lifting. Why? I don't want to wake up one day and say, oh, man, I forgot to email DeCourcy. No, I've probably been dripping on you. How long have I been dripping on you with this system?
It's been a few weeks. Definitely a few weeks.
Okay, and he knows every time he opens up an email, he gets the text, and he's probably like thinking, man, how does this guy know when I open up my emails? He texts him. I mean, I know I was blowing his mind for a little while, but you know what? He did his due diligence. He didn't pull the trigger, folks, on the first try. The fortune's in the follow-up. And if you don't have a system doing the follow-up for you, then you got to rely on your own processes. And so you can use a system or you can rely on your own. I like systems because it does 90% of the heavy lifting for me. It's got email marketing, SMS messaging, a full-blown mobile app, both Android and iOS. When people interact with the emails or the SMS, it alerts my phone. I can ring up DeCourcy when I see him open an email. This thing works, folks, so why not use a system that works, okay? Now, the system, if you refer 3 of your colleagues that are doing this business with you, I don't have a pay stream on it, but you refer 3 to the system's free. Okay? So there's no reason why you don't eliminate your overhead, meaning you offset your $80 a month, meaning you get 3 customers right away so you don't have an overhead and you enjoy the 4 bottles coming to you every month. And number 2, refer 3 to the system, right? Your first 3 to 5 marketers that come on board, why would you want them not using the system? So refer them to the system so that everybody is using something that's going to help perpetuate their business to success, because that's why we're all doing this. All right, so that's the home page. There's a lot here. So I know this is going to be a fast start training, folks, so you can watch this training over and over again. Now, this is critical. I spent a lot of money and a lot of time developing this training system. So I know DeCourcy said he went through this. Let's see. Bada bing. And look at this, folks. I want to show you something. When somebody tells me that they did something, I like that because look, when you give your word, that's the one thing you can give, nobody can take. So when somebody says they went through the training, I don't expect the first training. I expected all 7. And if you look at DeCourcy's back office, 100% complete, 100% complete, 100% complete, 100%. So he went through these 7 lessons. Might I ask you, how long did it take you?
About an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour. Sat down and went through them all.
Yeah, folks, don't let these lessons stop you. A confused mind does nothing. This is giving you enough information to give you the posture so that you can talk about who we are. You can refer people to systems, tools. You can know a little bit about the comp plan to be a little dangerous. You can learn how to set up a successful wine tasting event. You can get access to your getting started document, which is your 90-day game plan. And with that, I promise you, when you reach up to your upline and you let them know that you went through the 7 lessons, they know you've been trained, at least trained, so that now they can take you from this level and graduate you to the next level, okay? And so that's the idea. Get your people trained. And how you do that is you have them log into their back office. They access the training here. And look, he couldn't go from lesson 1 to lesson 2 without completing 100%. These modules are designed, you can start, stop, but as you complete 100%, it unlocks the next one. How'd you like that?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that worked out really good.
How was the training? Was it informative? Like I said, does it give you the posture that you feel like you could go out there and have enough information to be a little dangerous?
Yes, it definitely does. I really liked it. It was very informative and very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, would you not have every one of your people go through it?
Most definitely.
Because, folks, otherwise you're going to have a Swiss cheese organization. Swiss cheese meaning holes all over the place. Why not everybody have the same information from top down? Okay?
Yes.
So very important to get your people into this training in their first 72 hours in this business. They need to go through the training in their first 72 hours. It's important. Documents, okay? When you have your wine tasting event, you want to have hard copies printed out. We have a customer order form and we have rep agreements. Have 10 of each, okay? If somebody wants a copy of the comp plan, there's a snapshot. There's the full explanation of our comp plan. Is the annual renewal form. If somebody wants a refund, listen, we're a professional company. Wellman and Wellman in LA, they're one of the top MLM attorney companies in the world. So Scott Wellman is our attorney. So when you can sell a position, you can if you bring in a person, and let's say they fell on your left side, and you really wanted them on your right side, you have 72 hours to legally make that change. If you contact corporate after 72 hours, folks, I'm sorry, you cannot move people. So you have to fill out a legal document and you have to send this to customer service within a 72-hour window. I wouldn't wait to 72 hours. I would do it in my first 24 hours. That's why it's important when you sign people up, log into your back office. We're going to cover that now. Oh, e-wallet, when you're setting up how to get paid. Okay? Most important thing is you can get paid. We have a Visa card. You can tie your bank account so it goes into as a direct deposit. Or you can have it go into Bitcoin. Or you could have it go into all 3 simultaneously. However you want to manage your business, it's entirely up to you. I like the Visa card. It's free. I like to get the Visa card and still do direct deposit because I like to show people it's a tool. So it's free to you guys. Every rep gets a free Visa card. You might as well get your free Visa card just as a tool to pull out and show how professional. We got our own Visa card. Look, folks, when people know that we're not a startup, I built this company to scale it. We are built to scale. There is no rock that's been unturned. We are ready to scale this. Now it's just finding leaders like DeCourcy and everybody else that see what we see and want to plug in, because there's no more hiccups, folks. There's no more excuses. We're getting ready to announce our tour, our U.S. tour, which is going to be called the Wine to Water Tour. And so we'll be announcing those states that we're going to be going out to. I know the Texas is our biggest group, so we'll either start in Texas and we'll finish in Texas. And that'll be where our major event will be held, in Dallas, Texas. So know that already ahead of time. I don't know what the dates are, but and if you want to be on the leadership council, okay, if you're a seasoned leader out there or you want to step up, and leaders, you can become a leader. How do you do that? You step up. You reach out. You ask us. Say, what can I do? I want to be a leader in this company. Look, we're going to have a round table to be part of these calls where you can help develop the culture and direction of the company. I want you to feel like you're part of, if you want to be part of. Marketing system, we talked about this. You know, you can sign up. It's a 7-day free trial. After the 7 days, it's $1 a day or $30 a month until you refer 3, and then it's free. So for $1 a day, you won't find a better marketing system out there. Let's see here. Images. We're populating this. I'm going to drop. I got tons and tons of cool images. So, you know, when you're using social media, I don't, you know, necessarily like to use the wine ambassador word on there. I like to use the circle. Makes people want to know who's the company. I like curiosity posts. So you can create your own images. I would just use the W in the circle. I wouldn't use wine ambassador. I would never post links. All my training covers that. Tasting notes are here, also in your home page. Let's see here. Earnings, commissions. What am I earning? You can click on my earnings. All 5 components of the comp plan are broken out. Are we running long on time? We're good on time, DeCourcy? Okay. I'm going to finish this up in 10 minutes. So all 5 components of the comp plan are broken out in real time. There's no excuse for you not to know what you're making. You can also do it, query it by day, last week, last month, customer sales, you know. So there's no reason why you don't know what you're earning, all times, real times. Binary volume, this shows you, you know, remember what's on your left side, what's on your right side. Remember, he's got 150 on the right, 0 on the left. What side would you have your leg locked to?
Right now, the left.
Okay, and how do you do that? You go to your home page. You go to edit profile. And right above, on the right-hand side, right below the blue button is another edit info. And when you click edit info, at the very bottom, you have a binary placement. He's got it alternating. My suggestion would be to, I know what side you're on, so I'm going to lock this to the right. So what we're going to do, so upline, when you're teaching your downline, the first person you want them to bring in is you want everybody to fall to the default side. So the first 3 people DeCourcy brings in is going to fall to the right. I know he only needs to bring in 2. But we teach a binary strategy that you bring in your first 3 reps to the default side. So if your default side's the right, lock it to the right. After your 3rd rep, DeCourcy, you're going to come back in here and you're going to lock it to the left. You're going to click Save Changes. We already got it locked to the right. And then from then on out, you're only building your left leg, right? Oh, let's lock this to the right.
Yeah, to the right. Okay.
And then after your 3rd one, then from then on out, you're locked to the left. And all your job every week is to when you log in your homepage, what volume. You really should only ever have to build your left side after your first 3 to the right.
Okay.
Because if everybody puts in their first 3 to the right, that powers the power leg, right? If your power leg is on the left, you teach them to lock it to the left, put in their first 3 on the left, then lock their pay leg to the right. Now that's a binary strategy. If you want to know how that works, go into the Facebook group, type in the search binary. I did a training on this. Actually, somebody else did a training on this, but I also did a training on this. So I know there's a couple videos in here. There's one here talking about binary strategy, and there's one here. Okay. So watch those. You know, I'm not saying there's any right way or wrong way, but you know, if you stick to one way, everybody, you know, it becomes duplicatable, right? If everybody does it differently, it's not duplicatable. So I like to teach the way we're teaching. That's 3 to the default. Come back to the opposite side, build your pay leg. That's your money leg. All right, so that's that. That's how you change your left leg, right leg. Alternating means it will go left, right, left, right, left, right. You never have to manage it. There's 2 more options coming in here. One is called a placement bot. We're the only company in history in MLM, network marketing, to have what's called a placement bot, like a trading bot. So if you let the system place your person, it'll automatically place them. We pay a maximum of 42% on the comp plan. I see your display name is not showing, so I'm just going to put your name here. Okay, cool. Don't forget to go in here and name your website if you're going to do that, DeCourcy. Okay, so that's that. Let's see here. So binary volume, we talked about that. We talked about, your wallet, okay? So your wallet, to set up your wallet, there's a link right here. So you click on wallet, and down here, said right here, click here to set up your iPayout account. So make sure you set that up, okay? And that's where you can order your Visa card as well. Remember, it's free, so don't go ahead and get your Visa card as well. But however you want to get paid, you can have it go on your Visa card. You can have it go into direct deposit. So for instance, our pay week is Thursday to Wednesday at midnight. You're always paid 1 week in the rear. So meaning whatever you do from Thursday to Wednesday, you're paid the following Friday. And then every Friday, you're paid every Friday. Make sense? But it's always 1 week in the rear. So, so that's that. So what I do, it's 5 p.m. You'll get an email on Fridays, normally in the afternoon, lets you know that commissions get run. So at 5 p.m. you can log into your system, and you would go right here to my wallet. And if you earned a commission, it would show up right here, and it would let you move the money from here to your wallet or debit card. Okay.
All righty.
Super easy. Commission history, this is going to show you what you've earned. You can do it by date range and so forth. This is your total commissions to date. Because we use iPayout, they'll do a 1099 at the end of the year on you. Sponsorship. This shows you your team, right? So this will show you everybody that you personally enroll. You'll start seeing people that show in spillover. So when you go to search, you want to type in your last name, and it'll only show you level 1 of people you personally enrolled, okay? A lot of people were asking, how come it shows everybody? Well, to get just your first level, you just type in your last name, and it'll automatically populate first level for, personal.
Right. Okay.
Binary viewer. This is how your structure, right? Remember, DeCourcy has his business center. When he came in, at whatever level you came in, estate, reserve, or Grand Cru, you have a business center. You'll notice you have a left leg and a right leg. I already showed you how to set your legs. So when he brings in his first 3, remember what his default is right. So he should show, customers don't count, but they're going to fall to the right anyways. I'm saying first 3 reps, even if he brings in 3 customers, they're going to fall to the right. Still needs 3 reps. So 1, 2, 3, he locks it to the left. This is his pay leg. And that's that. That's the binary viewer. So you'll be able to start seeing your team fill in here. Shopping. Let's say he wants to order more than a case. Let's say he got this amazing, these parables, and he wants to order more of the parables. We don't have it set up right now that you can order just the parable particular. All we have it set up right now is you can order a 4-bottle mix. You can order a case mix. You can do all red. You can do all white. You can do a half case all red, and you can do a half case all white. So there are some options. I also like the cups because they display our logo.
Yeah.
Washer safe, so you can reuse them. But I like, for your first event, I like to go all out. I'm not saying you have to. I like to go all out. But that's that. And you might have some people that want to order our Grand Cru luxury box. I mean, that's 6 bottles of these amazing wines. But I know 2 of those wines are collector's items already, because one was a gentleman named Eddie Merlot. He just passed away in March. He only winemaker in Napa, I think, to ever have a 90-point rating on his wines consistently every year. He passed away, so the value of that wine went up. And then Robin Williams also had a vineyard out there. So Robin Williams, one of his wines is in that Grand Cru. So this is a cool box if you can, you can get it later on. But if you can get it, if you're a rep, I would upgrade to the Grand Cru so it comes with it. I wouldn't order this separately. But, you might have some high-end real estate clients that say, hey, they don't mind buying these luxury wine boxes. But with that, That's kind of like, you're up, if you want to upgrade, if you want to go from, let's say you want to go to the reserve or the Grand Cru, you can upgrade in your back office. You pay the difference minus your wine. So if you went from an estate to a reserve is 2 cases, you would only get 1 case in that upgrade. It's just minus.
Okay.
You went from a 300 to a 1200. There's 2 cases in the Grand Cru box. You would be minus the 1 case. You would still have 1 case in the Grand Cru box. So you can upgrade anytime. Your order history is always going to show up in your back office. You'll notice your wine is already shipped.
Okay.
This is a live link. You could actually click on it, and you can see that it's already en route, right? Which is really cool. So it's in transit. So it'll be there on Monday by the end of the day. So make sure you're there. Make sure you're there to sign for your wine, folks. This is very important. UPS will attempt 3 attempts to deliver your wine. They'll leave a notice on your door. You have a choice. You can call that 800 number, and you can have it rerouted at somewhere else at no cost to you. No cost. If you do it within those 3 times they try to deliver it, then they're going to deliver it to a facility, and it's going to sit there for 5 days. So that's 8 days. Folks, if your wine gets shipped back to corporate, you have 2 options. You can donate it to corporate, and we'll use it at our events. We'll reship it to you, but it's a $25 reshipping on a 4 bottles, so it's $25 to have it reshipped to you. Or we'll just credit your account back and you forego the wine for that month. So I don't want to see that happen because you want to get these 4 bottles. So look, when UPS makes an attempt, please call the 800 number on that ticket and let them know where to bring it. You could have it even go to a UPS store locally to you. So don't let this wine come back. I don't want it to be a turnoff for you as a club member because you got to pay a fee. Make sure you're there to receive it. That's why we send these tracking numbers out so you see when it's coming. Other than that, DeCourcy, do you have any questions about your back office?
No, actually, I think you answered all the other questions that I had.
All right, we got 3 minutes left, and I'm just going to whip over here to the official group. I want everybody needs to type in fast start. Fast start. If you were tagged in the post like I tagged you, DeCourcy, you got this. But the fast start, or you could click on files over here, files, okay? And it's going to bring up the fast start training. And in the fast start training, you want everybody to print this out. Why? Because it lists our training on Saturdays. There's links to go to the print shop that we just talked about, the wine call, the tools to use, the systems to plug them into. More importantly, here's a memory jogger. So I told you I want you to set up a wine event in your first 30 days. You're probably thinking, dang, who do I invite? Well, good thing we have a memory jogger in here because you don't have to kind of figure it out. This thing will jog your memory, all right? So go through this memory jogger. Don't prejudge. The people that I think would love wine, I never put, you don't know. Just put them down and you can get back to them later. There's something about taking pen to paper. You might say, oh, they're already in my phone. No, pen to paper, all right? And even if they're not in your area, a lawyer, who's my lawyer? Who's a lawyer? Who do I know that's a lawyer in my area, my circle of friends? Who do I know that knows a lawyer? Camping friends, dancing, football league. Who do I play football league? Put them down, because here's what I know. When I call that person up, 2 questions I'm going to ask them. Do you love wine? Or who do you know that loves wine? Right? Okay? I guarantee you every one of these people either love wine or know somebody that does. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Get familiar with the group. Go through this fast start training. So I think we covered everything, DeCourcy, in 30 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. I'll post this in the Facebook group. We'll call it Fast Start Training. I'll tag the video. So what you want to do now, when you add, it's the ATM model, add, tag, message, right? So what you do in this Fast Start Training, here's a perfect example, is you want to, as you bring your new reps in, you want to ask them, did you print this, right? Why did I tag him in this? Because I know he's going to get this, and it's going to remind him, if he didn't print it, to print it. And he's probably going to reply to me, yes. So this is a great way to create instructions and reminders for new people. Listen, they're fresh, they're new, they're 72 hours into this. Some, like DeCourcy's, just 24 hours into this business. So do you believe just what I took you through, and now you got a little, you feel a little more comfortable? It's only going to get better,
Yes.
but you feel like at least you got enough information that you can put together a plan of action going into the next 30 days.
Yes, definitely. I appreciate this.
No worries. Listen, you're in business for yourself, never by yourself. Folks, look, I'm available. I don't care what team you're on. I'm sure DeCourcy feels the same way. You could be cross-line, up-line, sideline, down. Doesn't matter. We're a family with a heart. We care about your success. We want you to have fun. And, you know, treat this like a business. It's not a hobby. If you treat it like a business, I promise you it will pay you like a business. So make sure you're on the Saturday trainings. Make sure you're on the Monday night calls. Make sure you're just not on it. Make sure you plugging people onto it. Why? Because leaders lead. Be a leader. With that, that's a wrap up on the Fast Start training. I'm Brett Hudson, President and Wine Ambassador. DeCourcy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Welcome aboard, and let's have some fun, my friend.
Thank you.